What comes out of your mind, what you're thinking about, reflects in the real world. You manifest it, you embody it. So if you think you can't do something, that's exactly what's going to happen in the real world. If you think that you can do something, that's exactly what's going to happen in the real world. Most people struggle in conquering their mind. When they step into the battlefield of their mind, they have no idea how to win. It's almost like they buckle, they fall down and they can't get up. So what I want you to be clear on right here is that the way you think is a reflection, complete reflection of how you live your life. So you have to start understanding that the battlefield in your mind is one of the most important aspects that you need to conquer in the way you live. Now, as a warrior-minded man, this is where we fight our battles. This is where the demons arise. This is where temptation creeps in. Now, I'm going to back up a little bit. I'm going to regress. I'm going to tell you a little story here. About 2.5 years ago, I did a post explaining my vision on what the man of war was, how I defined a man of war. And it was very different to what most people thought a man of war was. And I was challenged over and over again, specifically by guys that felt that they had a title of man of war. But through my lens, and through the lens of this organization and Man of War Society, man of war is defined very, very differently. Now, the man of war did not come out of some glorious military movie or some magazine or a video game. Man of war came directly from the Bible, the book of Exodus. The Lord is a man of war. And to me, that was very powerful when I was searching for a name for this organization, for this movement, because it really hit me right in the heart. Because war is not just about going to foreign lands and fighting. It's not about fighting in our communities. It's not the physical fight. The biggest, most powerful war is within our minds, is within our spirit. And this is a war that most men lose. So as Man of War grew, this code that we live by and this really definition of the man of war became more solidified. Now, man of war, to give you just an overview, is a man who really lives by an exemplary code of conduct, who seeks constant improvement in his life, who dominates his mind, his body, and his spirit, who is a leader, a visionary, a man who leads really his family in a way that a strong man does, with love, with compassion, with education, a man who steps up in the heat of combat and will do whatever it is he has to do to protect himself, his family, and his loved ones. But this man is not just a beast. He's a refined man, a man who knows the worldly ways of the world, who studies critical information, important information that will help him be a better version, who help him transcend whatever position that he holds in his life. A man of war has to be the best warrior, the strongest warrior when it comes to the battlefield in his mind. He has to shine. He has to bring his A game every single day. When life is pushing you sideways, when life is breaking you down, when you think that pretty much everything in front of you is dark, that you just can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, that you're crawling into this darkness and you're almost to the point now where you just say, I am out, I am done. That is the time where you need to be victorious. That is the time when you need to get to the next level. That is the time when you need to focus on the fight ahead and realize that faith will carry you through. That faith that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I can promise you this, my brother, the more you crawl, the stronger you become, not the weaker. See, most men would say, I've put in so much time, so I'm getting weaker and weaker and weaker. Warriors say, I've put in so much time, and as I cross this finish line, I'm going to cross it stronger than I started. That's the reality of shifting your mindset. Victory over your thoughts, that is king. That is where you should be pushing every single day. To win these battles, to go in there and step up in the heat of combat and dominate your mindset, how you think, how you feel. You have to sometimes put your shield up because you're going to get spit a lot of venom your way, especially if you're doing something impactful. All right, guys, so what I want you to do is drop some comments out there. I want to know about your courage, how you used it to really overcome and to make that shift in your mind to be the best version of yourself today. All right, let's get back into it. People are going to hate on you. They're going to call you names. They're going to try to bring you down. But I'm going to ask you this. When you raise your shield, keep on moving forward, one step at a time. As you cross a threshold where those people that hate you, and they start seeing that you're coming closer and closer and closer, and you're not stopping no matter what they're doing, and you're winning this game in your mind, all of a sudden, once you cross the threshold, there's two things that they can do. They can evaporate into thin air, or they will start following behind you. That's how you win the game in your mind. You continue forging forward, no matter what happens in front of you. The only way to change your circumstances is by changing your mind first. Let me be very clear. You must change your mindset first, then eventually these circumstances will start changing. But if you're starting to change things on the outside world, yet you can't conquer your mind, you've lost the battle, because that will never work. You're going to be stuck in a rut. You're going to continue grinding your feet, moving nowhere. And we see that everywhere in our life. You know, we see that we feel like we're stuck when we can't move. You know, when we talk about hitting plateaus, well, I'll tell you about plateaus. That's a mind fuck. That's the reality. It is a mind fuck. It's you spinning your wheels over and over and forgetting that you must step forward. Maybe you stopped at the ledge and you started to dip your toe in the water instead of diving in head in and going all in. Maybe that stopped you, it froze you, but now you're calling it a plateau. There's no plateau. There's you spinning your wheels in the same place over and over again. What comes out of your mind, what you're thinking about, reflects in the real world. You manifest it, you embody it. So if you think you can't do something, that's exactly what's going to happen in the real world. If you think that you can do something, that's exactly what's going to happen in the real world. Now I leave you this. As you know that most battles are won in the mind, are you ready to step up? Are you ready to make a change in your life? Are you ready to be the best version of yourself? That's the question. And if you say yes, and if you're so inspired and motivated by these words, good for you, but they're not going to mean shit unless you take action. You see, words are great. Reading is great. watching videos, getting inspired, reading the Word of God, reading inspiration from different authors. That's all a wonderful thing. But until you start taking action and being accountable for the way you think, the way you act, my brother, you're going to be drawing nearer and nearer to the end of who you are and what you're about. And you're going to start walking in a path that's totally away from this warrior's path. The goal is to keep you focused in this warrior's path. And we understand that people are going to jump off this bandwagon every once in a while. But boy, let me tell you this, the faster you hop back on, the stronger you're going to be and the longer you're going to stay. If you're ready to make a change, if you're ready to make a commitment, a mind shift, to start walking this warrior's path, I'm going to ask you to do this for me. When you wake up tomorrow morning, give grace. Be thankful for everything around you. Then walk over to your shower. Take a 2-minute cold shower. Shake it off. It's vibrancy, energy that's being built inside of you. Then after that, do what you need to do like you normally do. But remember that by giving grace and just taking a cold shower, you're already working at a different level than 99% of men out there are working. That should give you enough inspiration and enough foundation to start building from there. If you're not working out and going to the gym or running or doing something physical, include it in your day. Be focused, stay structured. When these demons start coming into your life and start sitting around in the corners of your mind, destroy them, get rid of them. The more you slay down, the stronger that you're going to be. If you're enjoying this content and you're aligning yourself with this warrior spirit and this warrior mindset, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. Smash that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. It'll really mean a lot to us. Now, before you go, I want you to watch this video right here. This is a kick-ass video. It's going to inspire you to be a stronger man.